It's nice to see new faces and people that I haven't seen in a while. So today I would like to talk about something and then go deep, go down the rabbit hole. So, first of all, we've all heard about forgiveness. And we've all been told, you should forgive. And you shouldn't hold, these shoulds. And, it's easy to say and not as easy to do, right? But let's go deeper into what the whole deal is with forgiveness and what's involved. So first of all, how about perception? Perception of having been hurt, right? And why were we hurt? Rabbit hole. Because of either expectation, and I'm not talking about physical abuse, that's something, different, okay? But first, expectation. And how do we have the expectations that we have, and where do those come from? So the expectations underlie, or that which underlies the expectations, are norms. And how did we get those norms? Where did we put A with B? If B is this, then B should do. Oh, there's the should again. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And so those norms are from our culture. They may be from our religion. They may be from our gender. It may be from, they come from many different places. Expectations. And if you think about it, expectations for different levels of connection are also different. Aren't expectations for a friend different than a partner? Think about it. And isn't acceptance different for a friend than a partner? And why is that? Because with a friend, you can accept all different kinds of behaviors that you might find fault with or judge in someone who's closer to you. Yeah, maybe not. But again, why we have these expectations has to do with what we've been taught to expect. So we judge because of our expectations. The expectations are there because what we've been taught, and we're going deeper. And what we've been taught colors what we believe underneath and what our values are. I remember years ago, the first time I heard the phrase, thoughts are things. And I thought, what? What do they mean, thoughts are things? Thoughts are just energy. Okay, so thoughts create, really manifest our reality. Because whether it's insights, whether it's a belief, but that which underscores everything is how eventually we create our own realities. Now you say, I wouldn't create them. is an opportunity for us to learn. Every experience, every choice we make, the choice that I had about what I was going to talk about today. And that was colored by the fact that the song that I had chosen was switched at the very last minute, and I thought, okay, that's providence. And so what I was going to talk about was out the window. And so then shifting gears, it's not what I had planned. There's no. And so Spirit is the one that's guiding me. It's always guiding me. But going down the rabbit hole again, how we behave, whether or not we judge, whether or not we keep a grudge. And if we do, then that's affecting our present, unfortunately. But that's also a choice. Judging is also a choice. It's also a learned behavior. It's also a taught behavior. And if we don't judge, if we accept, then what? Then what? What if we accepted everyone and there were no barriers? Age, race, sexual orientation, everything. What if we realized that humanity is one? How different might we behave? So, sometimes we don't even realize that we judge because we've been taught different biases. I'm not saying they're good, I'm not saying they're bad. They just exist in whatever culture we've been raised in. So it's something to think about, just to think about why do I do what I do? Am I comfortable doing such and such? Do I want to change such and such? Maybe you don't want to. And again, we all have free will. But remember, everything is underscored with beliefs and with values. And the beliefs and the values are that which we were taught when we were very young, and which stay with us through our adulthood. And I'm not saying throw out the baby with the bathwater. What I'm saying is, let's look at them and decide for ourselves if some of those things that we were taught, is it still true for us? Some of them will be. Some of them may not be. And so it's up to us to choose where we are, what our values are, how we want to live our life, how we want to live day by day, and how to be our authentic self, our real self, not the self that we were taught to be, but who we truly are. And it takes a long time, many, many layers. I don't know if we can finish that work in even one lifetime of figuring out who we really are. Because we're not the labels that we say we are. Getting back to forgiveness. So forgiveness is just because we've judged something due to our expectations. And again, physical abuse or something like that aside. And where do the expectations come? Are those expectations still something that I agree with or not? And what would it be like if it were different? those are all choices and decisions that each of us must make for ourselves. No one can make them for us. So that's what I leave you with today. A whole bunch of questions. No answers, because you have them all. Each within yourselves. Because each one of us is different. Hallelujah, we're different. Okay? Can you imagine how boring this life would be if every one of the almost 8 billion people were exactly the same? Oh, that would be boring. And there would certainly be no growth. There would be, I don't know, same. Everything's the same. So, each of us is different. Each of us is